Alright, are you sure it's going?
Yeah.
Hello from San Antonio, Texas. This is Craig Pack and the Craig Pack family. So this is a message for Lance, and I want to tell a quick story, and then we want to tell him to be safe. So the story goes, back in about 15 years ago, I was leaving St. Louis, my residency program, and Lance came out and spent the last 2 days there with me. But I had to do some work during the day, but Lance graciously agreed to stay at the house where we were staying at. It wasn't our house, it was a friend's house, and he just stayed in the basement for a full 2 days while I went to work. When I came home from work once, he said, "Do you think I can go up and get some lunch sometime?" And it was like, "Oh, of course, Lance, of course you can." So it was time for us to go finally, but unfortunately, the car that I was in, it was a blue Audi, it was my favorite car, broke down, and it was a weird kind of break where it would go for about an hour and then the car would just conk out. So a drive that should have taken us about 10 hours took us 2 days. So there was no way we were going to get to go hiking. So rather than stop, we pressed on. It took another 2 days to get to Jackson Hole. It should have only taken us a day at most. Well, somewhere along the line, Lance said, "Hey, why don't you let me drive?" I think he was 14 or 15 at the time. It was like, why not? What could possibly go wrong on Highway 70 at freeway speeds? So Lance drove, and during a road construction spot, speed limit slowed down, but unfortunately we slowed way down, and a semi-truck that was behind us got really close. Thankfully it didn't hit us, but it got so close that I looked out of the sunroof and I can remember seeing the truck driver's snarling face. But we survived and had a good trip. And the thing I wanted to say about that is Lance never complained. He didn't complain while he was in the basement dungeon. He didn't complain when the car broke down. He complained that we didn't go hiking. And he just did not complain. And I know that's going to serve him well because it seems to be an Army and an Air Force tradition to complain. The other thing I think Lance will excel at is that it's a worry or concern of a lot of folks going to war that they're going to let their brothers and sisters down that are around him. And I absolutely am confident that Lance is not that kind of person, that he, when the going gets rough, is going to be tried and true. And so with that, Lance, I think the only thing we can say to you is to stay sharp!